Welcome to ProSource Muscle Vision.
Today ProSource sits here at headquarters in MHP with first runner-up finisher in the Mr. Olympia 07, Victor Martinez. Victor, welcome and congratulations on your victory. We all do. Victor, who do you think should have really won that contest?
Well, I have to say moi.
Yeah,
I mean, given that, you follow, the criticism and the right judgment of bodybuilding, and given how I looked, pictures don't lie, and also what most people saw, and I know what the judges saw, but, a lot of times it doesn't happen that way, not in this sport, and sometimes not in other sports where it involves decisions, unlike when it's a, sport like hockey where that's it.
Do you think there's popularity, favoritism towards people who have already been at the top, and since you're such a fast riser, maybe that could have had something to do with, they're afraid of you coming on so strong so soon?
There is, and, I mean, it's something, like I say, you just kind of deal with. Many pro bodybuilders in the past they have voiced this, about this, ongoing problem, and, they voice their opinion on it, and, it's great, you see it, you hear them speak their mind, but the problem is usually there's no change. So they keep voicing their opinion, and they keep seeing this happening, and nothing changes. All I can say is I'll be back next year.
Yeah, so something like that doesn't discourage you, just motivates you to move on, and your turn will come.
Yep, exactly.
There you go. Who do you see in the top 5 in next year's Olympia?
Definitely me. It's one already, so when we choose the next 4, Cutler being, 2-time Mr. Olympia, should have been 1. You have Dexter, who's always, there and tough to beat. You have Dennis Wolf, like I said, he's moving up. And last one, I have to say Mo and Anthony. I mean, they are pushing Bill Heath, but I have to say Mo and Anthony, being that he still has the size open. Definitely my top 5 right there.
If you could address Mr. Cutler right now, what would you say to him?
Better start letting that grip go on that sandal, man. He's coming home over here, buddy.
Next year ain't no dress rehearsal, is it?
No dress rehearsal. It's gonna be a whole new different, not 1 point, more of a landslide.
Also in your preparation, Victor, I see that you silenced a lot of your critics by coming in the top, best shape of your life. What were some of the things that helped you peak?
Well, over the years, I always tweaked my diet. I always, tweaked my cardio, and, there was always something missing. And finally, when Gerard said, Victor, try this new product, and then, he told me about Dren, and I tried it out about 12 weeks out, and just the thermogenic level that my body reached was, so great that I was actually getting ready. Every 10 days you'll see the difference. Every 10 to 15 days you'll see a difference in my body just changing. My cardio became simpler.
So you found yourself way ahead of yourself. You're like, wow, I'm not supposed to look like this right now. And
yeah, well, head is always good.
Yeah,
head is always good because you can always pull back.
Yeah,
it's always taking it to the last minute, where I always took it, to the last minute. In past shows, but this time I was so ahead. I was ready 3 weeks out, and just taking the Dren every morning before my morning cardio, it just gave me that extra jolt. I didn't even the coffee I didn't need till about 3 weeks out this time around. Well, usually I start drinking coffee, 8 weeks, just to get the extra, jolt in the morning. But it was totally a big difference this year, and
so it's definitely something new over the past years. You've something better than you've used ever before.
Yeah, so now I said it, now guys are going to use it, against me in shows, so Gerard has to come out with something else new.
Victor, you mentioned before your inspiration right now is your children in your life and helps with your motivation, your success. I understand you're involved in some charities that involve your kids. What are they, and you'd like to talk about a little bit?
Yeah, well, I'd like to, mention that, bodybuilding has helped me so much, over the, these years, and, motivation being my children, and two of my boys have autism, and just watching them struggle and me struggle over the years, seeing them grow up. They're gonna have, it hasn't been easy seeing them grow up, trying to, associate with normal kids in school, as they say, normal. But right now I just joined Athletes Against Autism. You could go to the website. You can see a lot of the football, basketball, baseball players are actually, part of it. I'm doing a lot of charity. I'm going to do my first one October. It's going to be a, Halloween event, to raise money. And this is just the beginning. And this is something I'm using bodybuilding to promote, and to help, the awareness of autism, and basically any other charity. I've done the Myositis Society. I just did that before the Olympia for a friend of mine whose daughter has myositis. But autism, I'll be more active, being that my sons do have it, and just staying positive that they are going to be okay, and let people know, be aware, if your kids have it, that there is help and there are things being done, to help your kids, so they could be better.
Well, Victor, ProSource.net would like to thank you and MHP for being on ProSource Muscle Vision. And
thank you for having me.
And stand-up guy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victor Martinez. Victor, 3 weeks after the Olympia, why don't you give the fans a treat and show them what you still got?
Okay, it's a 2-week aftermath. This is, eating good, feeling happy.
ProSource Muscle Vision is brought to you by ProSource, your #1 source for bodybuilding and fitness supplements. Visit us online at ProSource.net.